everybody, we are back with some more roller gameplay. I hope I updated the title. Whatever, it's good now. So I mentioned yesterday that one of the already got it. One of the new ideas I had was to have roller with sleep control options next to it, because like the whole idea with making roller viable is to help tardy rush to activate, because that's when roller really gains its strength. It's a very interesting tem where it's basically like slow start. I've mentioned that before from Pokemon, where it's not that Roller is bad before it gets tardy rush, but gaining this much speed and even a little bonus to attack changes the entire game and makes Roller an immediate threat. So I think I let me make sure I got the code. Yeah, I posted the code in the description of the YouTube videos as usual. But yeah, so this was yesterday's team. It was all the theme was kind of a whole bunch of stuff that scales naturally to take pressure off of Roller, because like you got to pick your poison. Which one do you want to start with? So I think the team actually worked really well. I wasn't keeping track of the win rate because I just don't have that on this display right now. But I think we could take some pieces from that and then some pieces from what we're doing today and go from there. I don't know exactly all the Tems that I'm going to have on this team today, but I think Grandpa is going to be one of them. Roller can threaten out the electric types to threaten out Grandpa. Grandpa can have Hypnosis and also like Turbo, which I think will be kind of nice. And then from there, I don't actually I don't know all of the Tems that have Hypnosis offhand. So I pulled up Temtem already. I started building and I'm like, I could just do this on stream. Free content, right? So I want at least a couple Tems that have Hypnosis. I think I'll go Ninjasil. We'll actually go like Triphytologist. That'll be fun. I think we'll go Hypnosis. I actually want Cooperation as well because having stamina support for Roller is very valuable, as we found out before. Roller can threaten out the fires that scare off Ninjasil. And then we can just have like Nox Bomb and maybe like Sharp Leaf and throw, I don't know, handcuffs on it. So I think that'll be good. What all has Jinx Whisper? Not a whole lot, honestly. I was debating on doing Auhi or maybe even Valiar. Because you get Valiar, or you get something with Hypnosis and Jinx Whisper. And turn one, you Jinx Whisper one slot, and then you Hypnosis the other. And then effectively, your opponent only gets 2 hits off before Tardy Rush even procs. I think. Okay, maybe my math's not right, but it really limits their potential to damage you. So I think it's valuable. No, it should be 2 hits. Because you're putting each Tem on the field to sleep for 2 turns. And most Tems cannot threaten out Roller in 2 hits. You would need something with like Gamma Burst or Oshidashi. And if there's a mental on that board, it's already kind of doomed. So I think that something like that combination would work well. Maybe I give Valiar a little bit more love, but Auhi's also pretty fun, so I'm not sure. The other thing I was thinking is it kind of goes along with the theme yesterday. I was thinking we might add Mawala. Just because if you can get a Zen Med on the Hypnotist turn on your Roller, so your Roller is +2 while also being super fast, that's just nuts, honestly. So I might want to give it a try. That does make me relatively weak to mentals though, but I think I'm going to ban mentals anyways. So I think this should be okay. So now what I got to look at is having some. I should probably have like 1 or 2 mental counters. I was actually looking at Koish, not Iridescence, okay? I was thinking Electric Koish. I wouldn't run Electro Punch, but I would run Sparkling Bullet because it does kind of work with Roller. But I'm not. Actually, no. I was thinking Koish. If I was debating on combining the 2 teams, the team from yesterday and today, because I think the best performing members of yesterday's team were Mooflank, Cernif, and darn, I already wiped the team. I think it was mainly those two, and so I was gonna slap Cernif on this team with the water quiche, so I have a water cutting lily synergy, you know. But maybe we'll just stop. I, Haito. I was also debating on putting a Scunch. Which, not a whole lot of Temps get this, and I didn't want to add another Digi weakness, so I probably won't do it. But Haito would still be able to buy a turn, so it wouldn't be bad to add at all. It would more or less be in place of Auhi. I should probably add a Crystal Deluger. Options aren't super great. Usually my go-to is Zenareth. Mudred's fun, but I think it's a little. This is more like a mid-speed team. I think Mudred might be a little fast for it. Also, I don't really want something that's so horribly weak to melee, and even something else. I can't avoid the Earth weakness because they're all crystal types. But we're just gonna go with Zenareth. So now I have this as a sleep core and these two as off-brand sleepers. I think sleep-wise, I think this is going to be good. A bit of an electric weakness, but all three of the Tems that aren't weak to it also counter it. So I don't think we're too bad there. Maybe look at adding another Toxic, just because Roller likes being next to Toxics. Potentially a Digi as well. Wow, look, I need a Digi and a Toxic. Cycrox would be great. It is a little tempting to add Cycrox back in, but it doesn't synergize super well with sleep teams is the only thing. I could go Molgu for anti-sleep of my own. And Molgu even matches pretty well into. I think we'll try Molgu. I like Molgu. I haven't used it in a little while, so should be good. I just realized my chat was covered up. YBL, hello, welcome. You too as well, Lore Weaver. EU friendly stream. Yeah, I mean, like I said, on weekends I want to get these. Yesterday I also tried to stream around this time, but I had to wait until the Just Play tournament was over. I completely forgot that was on Saturday as well. But yeah, I wanna have earlier streams on weekends so I can still reach wider audience. No wake up over Sharpleaf. I want to try it like this. If I was running wake up, I'd have it over cooperation. But I think with this team specifically, we have a lot of Tems that don't have high stamina. So being able to support them with stamina, I think is very valuable. Okay. Okay. You know what? We're scratching the Mogu. No, we're gonna try the Mogu. We're no scratching the Mogu. Indecisive today. It adds another electric weakness, and also Mogu wants to have reactive vial, but it's on roller, so that's kind of tough. 7 Up, hello, welcome. Should have played roller in the tourney. I mean, I would have had to make a team probably, or just reuse a team. And I didn't want to reveal content before I get to play it on stream. That wouldn't be fun. And I also didn't find success with any of my previous roller teams, so I couldn't run them that way either. If I find a halfway decent team, like if the tournament was today, I would probably bring yesterday's team and participate because I feel like I had enough success with that I would enjoy playing in the tournament. And also I wouldn't be like spoiling any content for you guys. Trying to figure out these last couple slots is tough though. I There's a lot of weaknesses. I don't have anything that's weak to. I could look at adding a water, but I got that electric weakness. That electric weakness is tough. I really don't want to deal with that, but I don't have a choice. Crystal weakness, I could add an electric of my own. Look at it. What electrics are available? Grumper. If I have an opportunity to use Grumper, I'm going to use Grumper. And they can't ban my Inductor now because We're not in the Tem CS. I'm not gonna intentionally abuse Inductor, but like, let me use it at least. That hurts my Earth and melee weakness pretty bad. So to round out this team, I would love to put Broccolum, but probably adds too many weaknesses as well. So that'll give me a triple mental weakness and a triple digi weakness. So I would have triple weaknesses to like five different types. I don't think I can add Grumper here. My team's just weak enough as it is. It's very sad, but probably just going to be the best option. This is tough. Nestle? Nestle's good. Yeah, Nestle's good. Uh, I, normally when you get to this point in team building and you have a really awful type chart, you're just like, all right, let me throw in a neutral. Because neutrals only have one weakness. But the problem is that I really can't here. Because that would give me a triple mental weakness. So then you look at like toxics or winds. I already have a pure wind, which is Grandpa. So I could have it add a pure toxic, which is like Gulder or probably Nox, because Nox also has hypnosis. The problem with Nox is that it doesn't take off immediate pressure at all. Which is a disadvantage. I would love to have some pressure taken off of the roller, and Nox doesn't offer that. We're gonna add Cycrocs back, I think. We have 4 counters to electrics, and then 4 things that electrics don't want to be in front of. It's painful. I was like, Digi's defensive type chart's awful. I could add a neutral because I'm banning mentals anyways, I guess. So that wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Or like Tataru. I haven't run Tataru in a while. It also gets cooperation. Well, maybe we'll do it. We got soft touch. We got the Grandpa. So we go Major Slash. Go Extra Energy Slam. Just for a turn 1 option. Turbo, and then Cooperation for fun. That should be fun. Maybe we even, just to mess around, we'll try Max Stamina Tataru. Why not, right? Alright, we built it in Showdown, but or in Temtem, but now we gotta do it in the real thing. Tataru. Idrisil. Also, I wasn't able to figure out why my mouse was acting up. At first, I thought it was just like my mouse pad. It's gotten worn down to the point where the color's different, and I'm like, oh, maybe the laser just isn't picking up on it anymore. But I tried just using something else as a mouse pad, and it's also not exactly working. So that must not be it. I missed a little bit of chat since it was covered up. Mulgu with 1 toxic. I would have added another toxic in the last slot if I ran Mulgu. I probably would have ran Nox if that was the case. Happy you didn't get forced to become a full-time YouTube content enjoyer. I just sometimes wonder, like, I'm almost pumping out so much content that people who want to watch can't keep up with everything. So I'm sorry for that, I suppose. And Zenith is the last one. Valash. I used Valash yesterday. It probably would have been a solid spot. I just didn't want to reuse Thames 2 days in a row. 200 stamina, Tataru hype. Finally yielding results. It'll be fun to play. I haven't played it in a long while. It was their side. You were getting input delay yesterday too. I was playing some other games too, and I'm still having the issue, so I'm not sure. All right, who gets the fake beard? I think Zenareth gets fake beard. Now he gets adrenaline shot. Grandpa can get sweatband. That's the major ones, so I think we're all right. Tadru gets res badge. Walla gets refreshing Diabolo. I'm not gonna run camo because camo would wipe the turbo from my 2 turbo users if I get a turbo on Nestle. Now Nestle doesn't have a great secondary option. It can run bait if it's available, which it looks like it's going to be. Because we're running slingshot on this nid. So yeah, bait's available. I'm probably gonna look at bait. The other option is usually Tuckma mask, but I think I'm gonna go with bait. I just want to look. Ooh, no, we're going marbles because marbles is a stupid item and you have to abuse it. It's just free value. Still in the middle of Roller Cycrocs video. Just wanted to resume watching it. Checked it for interesting PvP Temtem streaming. Yeah, I like the Roller Cycrocs combo, but I think just trying to they just don't work all that well together. I thought they did, and it's fun, but Roller needs too much pressure, and Cycrocs can't apply like any pressure, not with its piddle special attack stat. Okay, so we want Turbo, probably Tornado, and then like the options are like Hypoxia or Wind Burst. I'd usually just go Wind Burst in this scenario, but it's not necessary. You could go Hypoxia. I just want to get by with less stamina invest. Cooperation, Major Slash, and Turbo. Got a female scale yesterday. I saw that was really good. You got it was like right towards the end of your radar too. So, congrats. Those are some cracked eggs you made. I kind of want Toxic Ink, but that because that applies to statuses and also it's true damage just in case I run into a stall team. But I think we're gonna go with this. You stopped the video, it looked pretty solid. I think that one we started out like 4-0 or 4-1. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it changed a bit towards the end. We had good looking games. He's directing me to YouTube as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention, but thank you for the follow yesterday. I'm glad you're back. We got some more games for you today. I'm still making the team. All right, so let's see what a 3-turn rotation is gonna look like. 14, 29, and 36. I think we can get by with just 61 stamina, which is still like way more invest than I'd want to for a 10 with sweatband, but what you gotta do sometimes. I never know what like the perfect spread for Grandpa is, because you don't want to invest too much in speed, because you want a good amount of bulk and special attack. Actually, didn't I do a Grandpa in-depth guide? I think I did. I well, I hope I mentioned in there that I don't exactly know what's a good build for this thing. I think this is relatively good. It's not meant to be like a huge special attack monster. It's more or less a Hypno Turbo support, and dealing damage is just a nice boost. Made Oshit ETC just need PJAB now. I remember there was a while where PJAB was actually the most expensive ETC on the market. I have no idea why, but it was. And it was really, really interesting. Alright, so we're going to try the meme set, and it's probably not going to work out at all, and then we're going to switch it up. But it deserves a try. So, for anyone wondering, why would you invest this much in stamina? Extra Energy Slam actually deals somewhat more damage based on the amount of stamina you invest. So, yeah. Although, okay, sorry. We're gonna go up to 190 speed, and then we'll put the rest in stamina. 190 is the breakpoint so that after a synergy turbo choreography, that you can outspeed max speed Oshiaras and stuff, I think. I think that's what it is. And I'll ping the Discord after I do the team building. I know there's a lot of people that don't enjoy this part of the videos, so I don't want to alert people ahead of time. How much does it take? Yeah, it's way too much stamina to get 81. So we'll just go 61. I was hoping to invest a little bit more stamina on Nidrasil too, since I also have cooperation on it. But I think we can be just fine with this. Speed. Speed's nice for Hypno. We'll put an amount of speed. We'll go like 204. 205. We'll speed creep Chimerians. Nothing special. You know, maybe we should have a lot of speed in it. I forgot we have Triphytologist as well. Maybe we like go next to no attack in this thing. Like, who's gonna expect a max speed Nidrasil? I know I sure wouldn't. Don't mind spoilers. I already figured that the good start streak did not continue forever. Yeah, I think we lost like 4 in a row afterwards. I think most of them were stall teams. Don't forget, there was somebody selling PJAV for 30K. Should have grabbed it. Ah, that was a good deal. Yeah. It's gone down in price, so it's much more reasonable. But 30K, I think, is even low for that. These are the best parts. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's just I try and go through my thought process, but I don't always succeed. Sometimes I'll make decisions. Sometimes I'm just kind of like assuming people know speed breakpoints. Like this is the breakpoints that with high prio you can outspeed Chromion and Nesla, like opposing Neslas and such. I usually run a slower, bulkier Nesla than most people, especially if I'm running it on a turbo team. I feel like Nesla, you can very easily get outsped by something and then die in a hit, when you'd much rather just take the hit and then guaranteed get your hit off rather than trying to outspeed. You can usually get a lot more done. You can also swap it into a resist usually and still take a hit afterwards, which is really valuable in my opinion. You run max speed Nid? I haven't matched against you in forever, so I didn't know that, but that's awesome. I'm curious to see how it performs today. Very curious. Okay, so my Moala build, I normally run Black Hole, but that doesn't give me a turn 1. So I'm going to run Double Gash. I don't know if that's optimal, but once Transients comes off hold, I'll always have a mental move available, and so having Double Gash just allows me to always have a melee move as well, even if it's weak. You love the one-hit knockout Nestles with Chim. I don't know if this lives a Chim offhand. I think it does. It is a good breakpoint to hit. I used to play Nessa all the time. I used to run Nessa and Lawali together because I thought that was just such a fun and good combo. They cover each other relatively well. Yeah, see? Helpless Gym. That's awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. And then it probably is close to, if not just straight up living, a Crystal Bite from Grialis as well. On my Moala build, I don't. You don't have to invest stamina in the thing, in my opinion. You do 100 or something in both defenses. I'll round up instead of down. And then just fill the rest in attack. So you can be at least somewhat of an offensive threat. I'm sure people run bulkier Moalas, but I don't want mine to do literally zero. I personally am a big advocate for special Auhi. I think you'll see it in the future sometime when I do a hallucination theme team. Once I've probably reached I've reached legend and get my wins, I'll probably go back to doing some more theme teams. So look forward to that if you enjoy them. I'm kind of aiming toward or leaning towards Warm Gift for this team. The fastest one on the team right now is a 232 Grandpa. So having bulk, I think, is going to be more important than having speed here. Although no, I lied. It's the Nid. So because we have the Nid, we'll go Ignis. So I can have a faster team combo. We're gonna go 271 because what this allows us to do is sleep something after Nidrasil attacks it, if we want to. You know, could be important. And then I think it's 62 stamina. I have to check for sure. Don't forget Chim get the +1 with hostile. You don't. So if you give or Chim hostile in Temtem, it'll calculate it automatically in the first attack. It'll like gain the boost when you're doing the damage. So I didn't have to add it in. It's not that rotation. What is the rotation then? 18, 11, 27, 11, minus 15. I don't know. We'll probably run into the rotation. We're just going to go 61 for now. There's some rotation I figured out with Jinx Whisper, or with Adrenaline Shot, that you can actually get a 4-turn rotation by using Psy Wave since it's so cheap. I want to say 150. Yeah. That's just a number I know offhand. It's calced for something. I could not tell you what it is. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I made this build so long ago. If you catch one of my older videos where I make Auhi, I might know it offhand. um, and good old Zenareth. I've made this build time and time again. It's just very simple. 200 speed, outspeed, Golzy with crystal spikes. I go 61 stamina, I think, just so I can get double crystal spikes off in case I was to need it. And then the rest in HP. But you can still live just about everything because Zenareth is insane bulk. I don't know why they overloaded it, but they definitely did. Soft Touch, Triphytologist, Hypnotist, and Chandler. That all looks good to me. Alright, well, back to the roller radar. Would be smart to play roller in the last slot, or at least the middle slot. If I was playing, you would just ban out the first slot. It seemed to be building a team around a certain Tem. Does this look like a roller team to you? Because to me, it looks like a sleep core that happens to have a roller on it. You're not wrong. I could play mind games and do it like that, but it's so annoying. I can't just drag a Tem and move it to a different slot in a showdown. If I could, I would do that 100%. Also, like usually it's also good because if somebody's AFK and doesn't or it shows up late and their first ban goes automatically, it would ban Roller, which is sad. But also, nah, not much I can do. Banning the Sentinel because I have lots of sleep. And most people show up. It's been a long time since I've ran into someone who's AFK that banned the first slot. Oh. I'm changing it. I'm changing. Oh no, we're already. Yeah, we were already on this one. I meant to go back to the minimalist one, but we're in pick ban, so I'll change it back later. I'll get this figured out eventually, guys. We'll get there. Did anyone? I'll message the chat. No. See, so it's interesting that he banned my Mawala first, because I'm almost never going to first pick Mawala. Mawala is so good as a pivot, like a swap in, and so you would want it picked second. So banning it first is just like saying, I don't want to deal with this Tem, but there's nothing else, and there's nothing else on your team that I'm scared of. It's kind of BM. He's got no mentals. We'll bring out the Tatteroo, 500 attack and like 300 stam. All right, now give me a sec while I send a message to all the spectator fans. Excuse my ping for anyone who's already here. I guess it's my turn to pick. That's an interesting Valash and Volerend. I don't know if it's a special. I don't know if it's a special Volerend or not yet. Grid Arena just gave you more or less comp team. That's funny. 20 feathers short of another Vinx radar. Rip. Dude, whenever I'm in that situation, I'm like, usually I spend all my feathers on hot fixes. I'm like, do I have like 30 of one hot fix that I can probably spare one just to buy a radar for content reasons or something? Amphitheater is really bad for my team, so we're gonna knock that out. Garunder also is. Garunder also is. We gotta ban the Garunder. I forgot that this team is relatively weak against electrics. I ended up banning the Drakash early on because of Sentinel alone, but you know, Nidrasil's pretty good into his team though, so we'll hopefully get some value out of that. The purpose of the role is to get pinged. That's true. That's true. But I mean, like, if you guys are already here, I don't need to ping you. I just realized I should have picked Grandpa on the lead just because it's funny for the bird season boost on Volerend is great. Katos, hello, welcome. Just found channel new to competitive. That's awesome. I got lots of resources for you on my YouTube if that interests you. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy the stream. If you got any questions, I'd be more than happy to help out as well. Nestla doesn't do a whole lot this game. Roller doesn't either, but like we're trying to get value out of Roller, so we're gonna try it. Got lots of sleep. Lots of sleep here. Hello, Revolts, welcome. Okay. Ninja is going to be really important for dealing with Amphitheater. Actually, his entire backline. And the thing that walls Ninja the most is Volerend. However, Valash has the potential to Madness buff, which could be really scary. I don't know what trait this Volerend is yet to know if I have to target it down, or if I'd be out faster and can put it to sleep or not. I think I'm going to. Oh my goodness! I take no stamina loss from a 31 stamina move. It's been so long. We're gonna try and put the Volarend to sleep. I'm a very fast Auhi. I'd be surprised if I got outsped. Yeah. Alright. And we know the Volarend didn't have energy drinks, so that was a safe bet. Don't know what questions because you don't even know a lot. Just watching to learn. Sounds good. Do you have the base game? You playing through the story, or are you more like a showdown player? It's so much damage. What's with the stamina? Extra energy slam, we gotta do the meme. Alright. Alright, so I am using Turbo on Tataru. Just in case he swaps in Psypat to eat the Fiery Soul, I want to be able to outspeed the Nox Bomb. I could have risked I expected him to swap and gone like Psy Wave and Major Slash to just kill the Psypat, but I couldn't be sure that's what he was gonna do. I could not be sure. Did the story want a showdown? Alright. So you do have like you kind of know what all the Tems are, their types and stuff. That's good. Usually when starting out, I always recommend just kind of, you know, picking a Tem that you think looks cool and trying it out, honestly. I've got some channel point redeems too. They're pretty high, but could also like make a team for you if that's what you need to get started. Otherwise, squad sharing is also a great place to pick up a team and just try stuff out. He was not taking any risks. Oh, he outsped. Or I mean, he just killed. I didn't think I would die to that. I actually had a decent amount of bulk. All Temtems are almost viable. Yes, darn close to all Temtems are viable. I love that. The damage is so ridiculous. Alright, Grandpa's good to come in now. I'm gonna turbo here. And Windburst the Volarend. He'll probably swap it for Amphitheater to resist, but that's okay. After this turbo, I'll be able to just put the thing to sleep, and I can finish off Psypat with anything from Tataru. And I don't have to be worried about Tataru running out of stamina. No way. Well, he's just going for the Tat. I died of the tornado here. But I outspeed. Well, it doesn't help too much. If Grandpa gets to keep the speed boost, but Tataru goes down. That did not do that much damage. I didn't take note that it was an anaerobic Volarend. It's anaerobic with hyperkinetic, which is weird. Add a Temtem link for team review. Yeah, that makes it easy for me. Alright. I'm spending a few too many resources trying to figure stuff out right now. The Volarend is almost out of stamina. He's got Ninja too. That's not great. Doesn't do that much damage though, so that's good. I will try and remember to do that after this. I guess I missed a couple follows. Thank you, 7up, and it's Alex. I appreciate it. Okay, that's That's pretty good damage on Amphitheater. I don't have YouTube linked with a command, but it should be like if you click on my channel profile, it should be on there somewhere. I linked it. I don't know where it linked it to though. not not super duper familiar. Still getting everything sorted out. Ah, that was smart. He plagued. Probably has handcuffs on his Volphy as well. He didn't. Yeah, didn't even try to T-strike my grandpa. Ninja, hello, welcome. That looked weird. Oh, that's very interesting, actually. So what happened there was the exhaust was the first status applied, and then reactive vial. So handcuffs still happened, and then afterwards it pushed off the exhaust. So that's why I still had the reactive vial. Light Cube, hello, welcome. Grandpa gaming today? Yes, we are. We're trying to have some sleep control with the sleep control with the roller. It almost worked out, but it was not quite. Not quite there. I figured a plague was coming. I could have outsped with Tornado, but I think I'd rather just take the damage and have the stamina to work with. Got inspired by my roller gameplay today and started running it. That's awesome. It actually popped off. Yeah, it's actually a really cool and interesting TEM, and it seems relatively viable. So, that's cool. Ah, okay, it survived. That hurts really bad. Still didn't try the team you made. Still lazy. All good. Just whenever you actually feel like playing some games. So Ninja Steel is actually the first thing that goes off. Giving Grandpa just a little bit of health and stamina to work with. Wolfie surely just attacks and OXs. Yep. Scavenger proccing though, that one hurts. I think HKS is down, right? No, no, it stayed in and used Feather Gatling. So I do have to kill it this turn. I was going to try and Hypno it and rest on Grandpa so that I had a bit more space to work with, but that's just not going to be an option. I don't want to give Valash the stamina back, but... or the HP back, but I have to kill this Volerand. And Grandpa's just sitting there for him to gain Scavenger from as well. It's gonna be just Nidrasil versus Valash endgame. We'll see how it goes. It's a special Valash, and I don't have like any special investment on my my Nidrasil. He probably just used a Crystal Dust. Yep. He actually gets 5% less HP value by doing that, but he couldn't let it survive. That's a 5-hit KO for me. I do get to exhaust him like every turn though. Still don't know why they changed Valash Luma. They changed it? I never knew that. This is going to be such a close game. He has the speed advantage. Triphytologist? It is indeed. Just getting some different stuff, you know? So he just uses, yeah, because he got the crystal spikes off, that'll be enough for him. That's unfortunate. I would actually live in other crystal spikes, but I do not live in other crystal dust. The fact that this is a special Valash is so much worse for me than if it was a physical Valash. I would have had him if it was physical. GG. Very close games. Trying to remember where I misplayed. Not run Narco. No, I run a cooperation. Just because I wanted it to kind of offer stamina support. Mainly for Roller, because Roller doesn't have a lot of stamina. So that was the idea there. I really wish I could have gotten a 4-hit KO on that Valash. But yeah, I don't know, this team review? Yes, thank you. It already got, oh no, that's the wrong one. It's this link. Alright. Okay, so this looks like a relatively standard size munch. You're going full speed. I think your speed tie, yeah, I think the speed tie is Hedgen, so you got to watch out a little bit for that. Whenever you're facing Hedgen, make sure you watch for speed arrow, and know that you're not gonna live like any hits. I guess you kind of combo with the Shell Lance. It looks like an all or nothing build. I'm not even sure with Tutsu if you reach any like tag team. I don't know if you reach any breakpoints. Usually, if you're running tag team with Size Munch, you run a bulkier Size Munch with like Reactive Vial, so that you can take a hit or two and still hit back with Synergy Wreck. Sometimes you'll even run Show Off just so you have more stamina support, and you can stay on the board after a Show Off into a Wreck. So that's something to consider, but definitely not a must. I wouldn't run Zen Med when you have 4 mentals on the team. I would run Show Off 100%. Show Off synergy is better. You can do it initially. There's no reason to run Peck. You don't need Prio on Tutsu. You want Haito. Haito gets so much value. Even on like a 0 speed Tutsu, having Haito as an option is super valuable. Because you'll never know when you need to sleep something like a roller. So I would definitely run Haito and Show Off as move options. The spread, I'm not sure if you used a calculator to split the defenses. I don't think you need to. I always just ran like max HP and got value that was just fine. Maybe if you type it into the vocalizer, it comes up with this. I wouldn't. I mean, I could do it real quick. Kind of curious now. You were to invest like 600 bulk. Yeah, okay. So yeah, no, you want max HP here. It's a really weird calc for if you decide to actually split defenses, but this is you get more value from just investing in HP here. You could just add like whatever it was, like 50 to both defenses if you want. I would just put the rest in attack. So that especially if you have show off to scale, I think that you would be able to throw in some things off the field, get value that way. So that's how I would change it. Double screen's good. I like marbles because I end up leading with my tutu a lot. It gets a lot of value. Double screen is just fine. First aid kit I've seen fairly commonly on it as well, and even nut bar. Just any defensive item. Kind of depends on your game plan. Amphitheater also looks very fast. So I'm if this entire team is fast, okay, you kind of have a little bit of speed difference here because you have some Tems at like 234 speed, and then other ones at 340. So if you have say Amphitheater and Gialis on the same board, what you're going to end up with is a situation where like I'm trying to maybe there is an Inky or like just I guess just a crystal in general. Like maybe there's a Zenareth on the board. Zenareth usually only hits 200 speed to hit to KO or to outspeed Golzy, C spikes, and your Amphitheater is in range to die, but you have your Gallus on the board. You'd probably want it to be fast enough to be on the same speed tiering as Amphitheater. Otherwise, Amphitheater has to die because you don't have enough bulk to live that. So I think a decision you'll have to make with this team is do you want it to be fast and just be okay dying in one hit? And if that's the case, you gotta wonder like, is 4 supports going to help my game plan enough? It's 5 supports more or less with Tutsu. Because right now you have so much speed and only 3 Tems that actually deal damage. So it becomes a question of can you do enough damage to utilize the speed? It seems like you're trying to have like speed mixed with control and scaling. Because you got settling on the Amphitheater. And then you had the Zen meditation and show off and Zen meditation here as well. It's yeah. It's just that the speed tiering is really weird. I Having a Tem like Obi at max speed makes sense because it gets value from burn, speed control, and bush. But you don't have a lot that can. You don't need something on pace with an Obi. But when you have something like Size Much or an offensive Amphitheater or Gialis and a Platamus, you usually want other stuff around its speed tier. So I would have to recommend maybe slowing down the Amphitheater. Like you could just fine go 0 speed Amphitheater. I run 0 speed Amphitheater a lot. Max out the HP because you have Tesla Prison here to lower speeds. You don't need this speed. If you want to hit a speed breakpoint, you go 265, which is the breakpoint to outspeed max speed Oshiara, Gialis, and Ukama with a -1. So then you'd be able to outspeed them after 1 Tesla Prison, which is super valuable. And then you still actually survive a ton of hits. I don't think you actually need to hit this much HP, but it's just for reference. And this Size Much, like I said, I don't know an exact build on Size Much. I did an in-depth guide. You could probably check that out for a slower Size Much. But I would look into that. Because then you're on more closer speed tiering with Volfi and this Shellance. Platamus, I think, is okay here. Gialis is also around that speed tier. So I think this is much better. And so I'm going to continue the review looking like that. Obi is fine. I sometimes like to take some out of HP because it already lives everything it wants to. And then puts the rest in. Give it 81 stamina. Obi stays on the field a long time if it's allowed to. All of its moves are cheap, and having that extra standpoint to regen is valuable. Volfi, this team is too squishy. Malleable Sap is not it here. You want Sandstorm, so you always have an Earth move available. I'm not a huge fan of marbles on Volfi. I think you get value out of using handcuffs. Hand oh, you have handcuffs on. Oh, yeah. No, So I didn't check this. You should probably be running Sweatband on Amphitheater, especially a settling one, because settling Amphitheater wants to stay on the field as long as possible. And this allows you to actually reach like 73 stamina and still have a 3 or 4 turn rotation, which is super valuable. And even more if you're using Tesla Prism Bright Beam in your rotation. And then that frees up handcuffs for Volfi, which is like if Volfi's about to die, you can get a like Hail Mary Plague off just to get some damage and also trap your opponent. So whatever you swap in when Volfi dies, then is able to revenge kill, and your opponent can't even swap. It's a super good tactic that you can try and use. Also, it's just good for pushing off stuff like Galio's Doom if you need to. I don't know if you need this much speed. It looks a bit high. I usually hit 221 on Volfi, which is just enough to outspeed Oshiara. You could speed creep that a little bit if you want. And then I think with this team, I think you want some more HP. Something around this defense is probably okay. I think you could even drop it a little bit more. Just like 150 invest in defense. And then actually have a bit in more in special attacks so you're an offensive threat. Because if you don't have any in special attack, you're just going to get ignored. So something like this I think would be a slight improvement. Shadowland, I saw it has Lullaby. I feel like you're not going to get a whole lot of value off of Lullaby. I've seen people do it, but usually that's with heavy speed control teams on like a max speed Shadowland. So you're just still outspeeding your opponents and getting 2 turns of sleep. I don't think that's what you kind of have going on here. I think you look like you're trying to create space and survive. You could consider Cheer Up for a turn 2 Zen meditation. I like Haito as well because it's a guaranteed sleep with a little bit more speed. You've been clearing with it. If it works for you, you're more than welcome to run it. It's just my recommendation. You don't have to listen to anything I offer here. It's just ideas. Composure is also good if you're having an issue with stall teams. Once again, like, see, this Shellant does 0 damage, like 0. Not recommending Inner Spirit. Like Inner Spirit's good. It looks like he wants like a dedicated Shellant, and he wasn't running. He wasn't running Sensei's Robe. So if you want your Shellant to not be ignored for the entire game, you run Sensei Robe and Inner Spirit in the Lullaby slot. Otherwise, you're going to run into a lot of situations where your Shellant just gets ignored the entire game because it doesn't pose a threat to anything. And I'd probably just take these out and put them in special attack. Platamus. Lightning Rod's a little bit weird on it. And Finbit's, you have a Volfi, so you want to run Toxin Shower. It may only be 1 turn of evade. But it's still, you never know when you could avoid an attack that would kill you. And Volfi doesn't take any damage from it. Obi hardly does. Size Munch, Gialis hardly do. I think it's just fine to do that. Most people run Sweatband, but we have that on your Amphitheater. Otherwise, Fake Beard, and that's also taken. I guess maybe that's why you have Lightning Rod. Just kind of the other items are taken. You know, since Marbles is available, you could definitely run that. Since we took it off the Volfi. I think Platinums would be a much better Tem to have Marbles on than Volfi. Just because your opponent has to position around it. And then Gialis. This build on Gialis is just fine. Most people opt for max HP than max attack. Moves are good. The item I can't recommend. Bait is better, especially on a mirroring Gialis. Resistant you don't need. On resistant you don't need bait because you take one less turn of status moves anyways. But with mirroring, it's kind of a fun meme with uh, redirection device, but it doesn't do any damage, especially not enough to change a game around. So I would just run bait. It gives you more stamina, staying power, and you also can't be status for 2 turns, which is valuable. If you weren't to run bait, I'd recommend like War Drum and change your size much item up. So that's kind of the changes I'd make. I'll throw the new link into the chat so you can check it out. But that's probably all I'm gonna do because that already takes a little while. I hope that helped. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to ask. With those team reviews, I like to keep the general idea between the team the same. One thing you could do is you could have your Tutu be faster than your Gialis and then have Humiliating Slap on it. So you not only get tag team when you pair with Gialis, but you also get a defense drop combo. Hi Mayor, hello, welcome. Are there any other Temtem plushies? No, those are the only two. Just the Pigapec and the Platypet. So I'm really glad I got both. I would totally buy more if there were some, but there just aren't, unfortunately. We got our next match though against Paul Marita. I have double mental, which is super valuable here because there's triple neutral and even a Golzy. Emote on this guy if you win. Oh, why? Paul Marita stops into the streams pretty often. No reason to BM like that. Who wants a starters or talks? I know. I feel like they could definitely make money off of it, even if they only printed like a couple thousand. I feel like every single one would sell. But I am not Crema, so I cannot make decisions for them. I'm actually gonna ban the Zyzare because I don't have my nature is Nidrasil who has Sharp Leaf, and my water is Nesla who's got a Water Blade. And I want to lead Aohi 100%. So if I can lead, and the things that counter Aohi were Golzy and Zyzare, so it was going to be one or the other. I just decided on Zyzare. And he picked Calibus anyways, which also isn't a good matchup, so I'll probably swap it regardless. There's no mentals. We'll go the Tatteroo. Why did they add cringe to the team? What's cringe? Tyrannac? Is there a speed calculator for Temtem? Depends on what you mean by speed calculator. You can, like in Temtem, if you're just trying to figure out like what speed you would be after you click a move, you can do that. Oh, why do we add cringe to the team? Mao Ao. Because I think Rolder actually gets a lot of value by being paired with Mao, but you're right, it is very cringe, so. Gialis is also kind of bad, so I think we're going to just hit that and just hope that I can break through the neutrals. While we're waiting here, though, I forgot to change the scene anyways. But if you go into Temtem, pick something like Platamus. So if you have a neutral move, like whatever, it'll show the effective speed up here. So Platamus is 199 speed. Let's just give it like 500 speed. So now it's up to 299. But let's say you use a Prio move, like Aquatic Whirlwind. That is Toxin Shower. Aquatic Whirlwind. Then it goes up to 448, so it does all the calcs for you. And then it also goes if you do like plus speed, lowered speed, and so on. So. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. He just picked Tyrannac, that's about all that happened. My Nid got banned, so Tyrannac is a bit more free. We're gonna pick Zenareth purely for sack on the lead. We're gonna swap Auhi out for Zenareth. And then go from there. We're gonna get an extra energy slam on the Golzy because it'll nuke like half its health bar, I'm hoping. With how much offensive invest we have in this thing, both in attack and in stamina, I sure hope that it does half. Could be a bulky Golzy though, you never know. And we eat the hasty lunge, which is good. Get diffused, but fake beard already activated. Half, half, half. Ooh, yeah, let's go. That's so ridiculous. What's the theme of the day? It's just Roller with some sleep support. So that's why we're dreaming of an albino Rhino. Sleeping and Roller. Also, I would like a Luma, so if we can get one, that's the dream. And also, it's kind of funny because last night I've been playing too much Temtem, doing too many radars. I found a Luma Roller in my dream last night, and I was so sad when I woke up and it was not there. I also found a Luma Gyalis. That was also not there when I woke up. Tyrannox swapping was pretty obvious to eat the crystal spikes, so I just swapped over to Calibus to get some damage there. So the sad thing is Major Slash actually does more damage than Extra Energy Slam. So that's a really squishy Tyrannox, huh? So yikes. You like the Tatter Light Cube? We like it too. Yeah, see, Major Slash definitely did more. Major Slash did like 45%, that did like 37. I'm surprised to see the Tatter take. I thought he was gonna go for the Zenareth there. See, you click Major Slash and stamina goes down by 15%. I know, yeah. Golzy is now a little bit bigger of a problem than before, even. 168 is crazy excessive. Like, what more do you get out of that than 101 stamina? It's mainly for the meme. It's not viable. No, it's just meme. You mean it's not viable? It's really not all that great. Alright, if Golzy swaps here, that's good for me, and if it doesn't swap here, that's also fine. Like, it's not that I want to take a hasty on Grandpa, but I'm okay doing so. Some clowns have been running 181 stat. With great success. Really? That's actually pretty cool. I really thought it was a meme, but if it works, that's even better. I'm hoping that my Grandpa is faster than the Scunch and that my Roller is slower. I mean, Roller's slower, for sure. He's saving the Golzy to deal with my Auhi later, which makes sense, for sure. stuck on Inscription lately. Yeah, I've seen. It's... Who's been streaming though? I did see that, yeah. It's good to have another streamer around. Didn't do all that much damage to the Venks, I'm kinda sad. Ooh, he didn't. He saved his Oshi. It was a good play. Could have kept Rolder in. I did wonder if that was the play they'd make though. It must be a 0-speed Scunch. Nice, that actually killed. I didn't know if it would for sure. Ninja onto the Rolder. That's fair. One hasty lunge will not kill my Rolder for reference, or will not kill my Aohi. I may or may not have forgotten that the Calibus is still alive. Ah, GG. Fish got auto-modded. I haven't changed the Twitch auto-mod settings at all. So that's just in the... It's just in the default. GG indeed. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to switch back to this again. Whatever. It's like I remember after the match is over, and then when I write, I have to switch back to the pick ban. We actually got quite a few people here today. I'm glad you're all here. Welcome. While you're here and while we're waiting, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do a poll. Alright, stand corrected. Don't know how to do a poll, so that'll be not today. Out of curiosity, can I just do like at poll? No. Alright, you got out of it today, but it's slash poll? It is slash poll. I thought it was exclamation mark. Question. Takes channel points to vote? Or is that... Or is it giving channel points for the winning vote? That's lame. Can I give everyone channel points too? Oh, no. That's for additional votes. Okay, no. We're good, we're good. Okay. So all this question is asking is which display do you prefer more? Because this is like the bigger screen with no border. It's like more gameplay for you guys, and you can see everything you need to. The other option is this one, which gives me a little bit of a border where I can actually display stuff like a win ratio on screen, and then maybe some other stuff just as it's. Oh no! What? Why did it go back? That's not the one I clicked on. I can also just display other stuff depending on what the situation is. Like if there's a tournament, I can have like this team here and so on. Maybe once I add some channel points, I can have them like around the border and be less disruptive, but still be fun to play around with. I'm not sure. I'm just wondering if you guys have a preference at all. So yeah, this one's the smaller screen, and this one's the bigger screen. So it should be in the poll. So just vote there. Tie the votes challenge. It says 36 viewers for me, so you guys could tie the votes in there. Need these rollers to die in 4K. Well, yes. So I should mention that if I do have this bigger screen, I would create a second a different screen, probably like Anhelacho, where I just move the camera like up here, which is just covering the timer during pick ban, so it would be easier for you guys to see. So don't worry about that. I would get that solved if you guys prefer the bigger screen. Is the border really needed to show the win ratio though? I mean, it's not, but if I keep adding like something over and over again that people there's just information on the screen, it's gonna get really crowded. Because I already have the Spotify, the chat, and my webcam now on the screen. So it's just like if I add a let's see if I just add a text box. Hold on. I'm just gonna steal the win rate from here. Like then it's up here or something, and then all of a sudden it's just like, all right, well that's just one more thing on the screen. And if I add something else, then it's just like, oh, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like, eee. Wouldn't be bad in top left. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I could do something like that too. And team code of the team you're currently playing. So, in the original layout, I did have a section for sharing team codes. But one, I never posted them until after the end or at the end of the day, because there were a lot of times where I'd make edits to the team because I'd like miscalc a stamina breakpoint or a speed breakpoint, and I'd change it. And so I don't want people using like a suboptimal team code. Not that these codes are real great in the anyways, but I always share at the end, and I always post it in my YouTube description, in the description of my YouTube videos. So if you're ever interested in a team that I'm playing, you can find it there. So did I cancel my queue, or is this just a long queue? I didn't mean to cancel it if I did. Like having the board so that the game screen doesn't get clogged and have clear game info distraction. I did queue up. It's just a. This is the longest queue we've had like all week. It is Sunday. Like people long finish their weekly rewards and are just kind of hanging out. Probably doing other stuff because they don't feel like they have to play. Yeah, I mean like there's definitely pros and cons to each. I could do something where I just use like this display normally, like when I'm just doing the radar and maybe in pick ban, and then maybe change it to the bigger screen in the match, but also like in the match, there's still this all this stuff in the corner, but it's also bigger. I don't know. It looks like you guys prefer the smaller screen. Stop queuing with seeing DDQUH coming out in real time. I think this screen is still plenty big even with the border set up. I tried to make it as big as possible, and I also can make it just a little bit bigger. I always forget which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's just a tiny bit bigger, but it covers up the space just a little bit more free, and then still allows everything, and it's less distracting. I personally like this one more. Like, because I know I'm going to have information at some point I'm going to want to display. Like, I'll probably move around like the follower goals at some point. I don't think a whole lot of people pay attention to that much. I always find it interesting when I stop in other people's streams though. But I might clear out that space once I get some fun channel points, which I'm still looking into. So for now, I think we'll just continue going with this one. That way, I also don't have to change it back and forth for pick ban. It's because I keep forgetting. But maybe in the future I'll do another poll and just check interest and stuff. If anyone has any additional feedback, I'm always welcome to it as well. Always trying to improve my stream and how things are for you guys. We're up against Guile Dominic. It's been a little while since I've seen him. Glad to see he's still playing the game. There's no mentals, so that's good. He's got a very fast, aggressive team, and then a Tataru Schween combo. Game screen's not the main attraction you're coming for anyway. Your analysis is the added value. Well, I mean, when I initially asked people if they wanted me to get a face cam, a lot of people said, nah, we don't care about a face cam. We just want to watch the game. So I'm just like, okay, that's fair. That's definitely fair. I don't always care about face cams either. But then there's also a thing of like, do I want to ban this? Kind of don't. There's also the thing of, so there was also that as a factor of like, well, you're not coming here to look at my face, probably most of you. You're coming here to watch me play a game. So to have the game bigger is nice, but also seeing the full screen, it's just there's literally pros and cons to both. That's why the poll was so close. He's just gonna pick Shell Lance. I can't do a whole lot about it. Green screen would make it much easier. Green screen is not something I'm really probably gonna be able to get for a while, because I would need like a dedicated streaming room for that. And right now this is also my office room. I could, and it's not even really a room. It's actually just a sectioned off area of basically a living room, just with some like fake sound walls around it. Something I could look into in the future, but it would probably be about a year or so out once I get my own apartment or house somewhere, and then I can actually dedicate the space to it. Actually, pick the Tataru. I am very pleased with that with that decision. I'm gonna ban the Golzy now. Golzy actually kind of destroys Aohi, Grandpa, and Rolder. A pig pushy background's good. I try to make it look nice. I mean, I got so many. So back when I was really young, I used to collect Pokemon plushes. Used to love them so much. I still do. And so I picked up the Temtem plushes. Got a couple other miscellaneous things there too. So I tried to make it look nice and it's got some other stuff. It's not like it takes up too much space as is. Zenith didn't get banned. I was wondering if you banned Zenith, then Golzy would be an issue, but it didn't get banned. I also should have a couple more points in Zenith just so I can outspeed Psypats. I didn't think about that initially, but that would help a lot. Nestle's going to be really good here, especially for countering Gazuma and Psypat or Arachnite. Worst case, just zoom in on your face and make it fit. That's awful. I would never do that to you guys. My new end screen, which is just my face cutting out everything, is already bad enough. But I also feel like that's fine. I like Rolder, so we're picking Rolder here. Because they both got their issues. Just depends on if I can take out Gazuma here. If he saved Gazuma, I'd beat it. It's the no attack Gazuma, I forgot. I think he has Tesla Prison on it now, but it does like no damage. I don't even think he has Tornado. Alright, Tatter, get over here. I know these things normally run defense invest, but wow. Oh, okay. I guess I must just not have all that much attack in my Ninjasil. Oh, I didn't have any attack in it. That's why. I need to change that, probably. The speed so far hasn't really done anything for me on Ninjasil. I'm definitely going to take that down. Add some attack in. A few more points to outspeed Size Munch, and add a few more points to outspeed Size Munch, and then a few more points to outspeed Gallus. Pete until max speed. Always a bigger fish. Mag on the TV is magical. You guys are great. The Slingshot, no invest. I actually did quite a bit to the Schween. I'm gonna try and double in and take out the Gazuma now, though. I can live a Tornado from a Fat Burner Gazuma. I just want to... And he swapped out the Schween anyways. Is it gonna be a double swap? No. Guile's always got such a unique way of playing his teams. Sometimes it works, many times it doesn't. I don't know if I kill it here. Where's my wake up? No! Mag doesn't want to make the cam bigger, just make the whole stream screen bigger. Yeah, it's your guys' fault that my face isn't big enough. Always a fun fight with Guile? Indeed. Indeed it is. Getting the turbo off. Arachnite doesn't have any wind moves, so I don't have to be afraid of that, but it will be fast and deal damage. That's okay, so it was like a max HP Arachnite. So now it's probably just up, like, base speed Arachnite is 130 times 1.5 now with 2 turbo. It's like plus... Why can't I brain right now? 65, 195. So like 195 speed. So it'll barely outspeed my Tataru, but it won't outspeed my Ninjasil. Hey, there's 3 cooperations on the board right now. Oh, I stand corrected. It's a low special attack invest Arachnite. Or something. Why is it, I guess maybe I'm just underestimating the stat boost the thing got. Gotta go. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Ninja. Have a nice day. Enjoy that team whenever you get around to trying it. See you next weekend, hopefully. Mental note, kill that tatter. Schween? Schween! No, not welcome. I forgot about that. I was so excited to hit that nid. Or that Schween with my sharp leaf. Oh, that would have been great. Speed drop on Tataru is just kind of whatever. Because I turboed and kind of made up for it. Two sharp leaves will kill the Schween, I won't know X. Ninja Still's the fastest thing on the board. I mean, he's running pretty low on options. Like, I have 3 Tems in the back that both Nidrasil and Tatter have basically been on the board the entire game. Or they they have been on the board the entire game, and neither one is OX'd yet. This is turn 7. Oh, that's nuts. All thanks to the 168 stamina? Yep, you are right. It's definitely OP. I used to run this, like, unironically. I used to run it back when Rush did an actual amount of damage rather than, like, set 40 damage. So I could extra energy slam and... I'd be able to extra energy slam and then rush and kill most squishy things. That was back when Digi-Aggro was super popular, before they changed the synergy on microwaves. It was a long time ago. That was even before the roller meta, I think. Or maybe it was in the midst of it. Nah, I don't remember exactly. It was a fun time, though. The amount of Zalbians I killed with just extra energy into rush was crazy. Am I cooked now? He kicks because he cooks Zenmed. He's got a lot of green arrows, but this is not a stall team. Ah, F. Yeah, a lot of stamina I get back from resting. Woo! See, I had 17. Now I'm at 53. Just to step away from putting Cage instead of Major Slash and going full HP first aid kit. Yeah, I could do something like that, but nah. Ah, he finally learned to take out the Tataru. I guess Shao Lance is an issue, and that's probably what you were saying. The Tatter is +4 attack. I didn't register that the Shao Lance +3 special attack. That it might actually be an issue. I was too busy like, oh, I got 3 Tems in the back. I'm not worried about anything. I'm trying to take out all of Shellant's allies so that it can't cooperation anymore, and also so it runs out of stamina. Also, when I was calculating Arachnite's speed earlier, I forgot it got the marbles proc, or the fast charge proc, so that's why it outsped me. It's not that he doesn't have enough stamina to play out the end game on his Shellant. The only reason he has any stamina at all is because of cooperation. Bulky Nesla. I mean, it's not like I was swapping Zenith anyways. I'm not sure what his plan was there. Arachnite goes down. Shellant goes down soon. I'm not sure why he Kessa'd. I think he knew he was taking a Crystal Spikes either way. Yeah, GG. It's definitely a support Shellant. He just tried to make it a raid boss. Thing probably doesn't have a whole lot of special attack invests. Even though it was a +3 soul shout, I may have even lived had he got it off. Would have been curious to see. I guess I'll update the win ratio now since we have it on screen. GG's. It looks like I missed a daily challenge at some point, so I am sad. I can't, it's Sunday. I can't get that. I have more than enough feathers to buy another roller radar if this one goes bad though. So at least that much. So far we haven't really gotten roller to pop off much. Moal has been eating a lot of bans, which I don't feel like it's getting good value, but I feel bad because it's just because the Tem is so ridiculously strong. And at the same time, like, it wasn't banned from the Tem CS. That's just how it is. Ran was shook yesterday, which wasn't much better. Oh, Tectonic. Alright. Oh, Cycrox. Love to see it. Another Shween on a kind of a weird team. I'm not sure why there's a Shween here. There's no rage combos. It looks like he has potential to raid boss, or maybe it's a Voltaic Charge Albion. Otherwise, you got maybe Momo and like a Gaia Broccolum potentially. Nestle Band. That's weird. I guess he's got lots of counters to my mentals. He's got 3 mental weaknesses and then 5 things that hit mental super effective. If you count Shween. More like 4.5, I suppose, because of that. I had to put damage on my Nid. Dang it. No! Nid still only tickles people. I'm gonna ban the Gazuma, as this enables me to pick Grandpa much easier. Also, I definitely want to pick my mentals. So it'd be great if I get the opportunity to do that. But yeah, like, if he picks Mashuk here, which he does, I can pick Grandpa for free. Yes, he's got Zalbian. Yes, Zalbian has Electro Punch. It won't have Synergy. And I'm also tempted just to go Tattoo. Zalbian could also have Telekinetic, but he doesn't have any mentals otherwise. Double Toxic. into Grandpa. I respect it. I don't know why, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Hmm. Still got two mentals available. I kinda want to keep my type advantage and ban out the two-wire, but also like I have Grandpa, which is actually a big counter to two-wire. More or less, because of bird season and common factor working against each other. This is the point where I'd normally ban Momo. But I think I'm going to ban the Zabian just because I don't know what it's packing. And if it used an Electro Punch or Telekinetic at some point, it could ruin me. Phantom, hello, welcome. Been a while since able to catch a stream. Yeah, it has been a little while. How's it going? I'm doing well. I've been experimenting with Roller quite a lot in past videos, streams. It's been fun to play with. Not always super great, but when it pops off, it's just so much fun. And Earthbreaker is enough just to give me joy in itself. If he doesn't pick Momo, I don't need to pick Moala. It looks like he has a couple things to kind of deal with Moala. I think I want Nidrasil. Nidrasil will be good into almost nothing on his team, but it can exhaust. He doesn't have any crystal resists, so Zenarth can always get at least some amount of value. It can take a soul shout or an uppercut, just one of them, but something. Alright, kind of tired, may take a nap. Naps are always good. I love naps. I'm just gonna pick the Roller. He's got two Digis, which makes me scared to pick Moala. I could have banned them to try and create a Moala endgame, but that didn't seem like a great plan. So I have a really good lead here, but beyond that, I don't have a whole lot. I'm gonna take out, or try and take down the Mashuk right now, because I can outspeed Cycrox. He doesn't have any electric synergies for it. And Mashuk scales just so much faster. Like, Cycrox can only scale with Zen Med, which it probably has, considering there's like the Shween on the team. But I have time. Even if it's a neurotoxin Cycrox, I don't think I'm overly scared. We'll see what he'd take out with neurotoxins anyways. Look at that damage. That's awesome. It is neurotoxins, but he uses it on the Tataru, not knowing that it is a Tataru he could kill much faster just by attacking the thing. Grandpa also gives me so much more value in this game. I'm not sure if you realize that. The Grandpa value is pretty insane. Cycrox, Mashuk, 2-wire. I think this will be close to taking it out. I think it'll be really close. He's got a high speed invest Broccolum because it outsped my Tataru. That explains why it took so much. I like max speed Brock, I love it, but this is not the team for it. You can't have a slow paced Cycrox and then also run something like a max speed Broccolum, I don't think. I really wish I had Bestial Charge on my Tataru at this point. Anyone remember how much Windburst did to the Broccolum turn 1? Alright, Ninja Still, you're not doing anything else this game, so you might as well come in now. Probably not enough. Yeah, I thought it did like 19, 20%. Not quite 22. Don't want to take the risk. Well, he went for the Plague. I thought he was going to go for the Inner Spirit. He must have thought I was a faster Grandpa. Well, I didn't know his speed tier exactly, and he doesn't know mine, so... 22.8. It's gone now. And the Cycrox whiffed too, so that's great. He doesn't have any mantles for Digi-Threat, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, Cycrox for Tataru, but Tataru gets one more hit of value off, which is great. Like, it doesn't matter, the Cycrox has like a 4x resist to toxic moves, so I'm just going to click it on there anyways. Actually, nah, we're going to go for the 2-wire now, apparently, because he brought it in. He brought it in. Like, his Cycrox is just dead weight. It's not helping him at all. I can kill it whenever I want. Worst thing he can do here is use Strangle on my support nade. He traded 2-for-1. Guess he got chip on Grandpa. Yeah, he got hit chip on Grandpa, but I also get chip here with Tataru, so it was not a good trade. If that was a bulky Broccolum, things could have definitely been different. 100%. Side Hypno Tataru. That would be funny. I could have even just side Sharp Leaf, but I didn't feel necessary. I don't even get poisoned by this. If he has Turbine, he'll be able to take me out next turn. If I don't kill him here. Which I do not. Close though. Actually, almost looks like he has a lot of special attack in that Cycrox. Kind of surprised. Bring in Zenith here just for the prio. I don't know, if he has Turbine on his 2-wire, that could be unfortunate. I could just let Cycrox die to whatever move it clicks to, and just click Cooperation. That probably would have been the smarter play. Maybe not. The other option was I could have swapped into Grandpa, got a heal off, and let them both OX. Nah, it's just alright. He's only got 2 Tems left. Momo and Mashuk. I don't know if my Mashuk, or if my Grandpa's gonna outspeed his Mashuk. I have to assume it won't. I almost wanted to click Madness buff there. Maybe I should have, just for fun. But I did over half to Mashuk, so it's probably faster, and I would have really wanted this damage on it. Yeah, it is faster. I don't think Helicopter Kick was the play, though. I guess it takes my Zenith down to where it'll die to a 1-hit from Momo, which is probably valuable. Question now is, it's a resistance badge Momo. I don't know how fast it is, but if a Crystal Spikes, Drill Impact, and Goring, plus the knockback damage can outspeed and kill, I think I got this. That is a high speed invest Momo. But I think I'm still alright. He's going for the knockback on the Zenith. He may have had to as well, dang. I wonder if it's a low special attack invest Momo. Like maybe he's got summon speed, summon HP, and then just, you know, fills for the rest. There's no way he can one-shot my Roller though. I've got max bulk in it. That was a lot of damage though. That's a max. No, that's. I don't know. Maybe Zenith's just that broken in stats wise. GG's. He did outspeed my Goring too, so the Momo had some amount of speed. Max special attack undermine would have just been short. Probably. Max bulk isn't 500 HP. I've heard bulk is just HP. Or like when people reference bulk, they're usually referencing HP. That's kind of how I do it too, but it's not necessary. But either way, I got 500 HP, or more like 497, if you want to be particular. 3 points short. Oh wow, you just have a calculator up. That's crazy. Damage on Nid. Thank you for the reminder. We got into a match too quickly, and this isn't. It's not like it's been underperforming. It's still all right. The biggest problem is I'm not clicking cooperation, so I should change cooperation to something else on both Tataru and Idrisil. Most times shouldn't be straight HP invest. So these aren't perfect spreads. It's not tournament spreads. It's just ladder spreads. But yes, you are right. Most Tems shouldn't be. Because Aohi's banned this time, I'm actually going to ban the Golzi instead of the Zyzer. Sweat harder? Darn, you're right. I do want to get Legend with my 10 wins, but I'm not going to like sweat real hard trying to get them. Spending 30 minutes on each spread? Nah, you guys are here at the start of the stream to see how much thought I put into each spread. I make my spreads live. At least these. Kind of have to first pick Mawala here, but I'll probably swap it out and then just swap it back in later. We'll go Tat v Tat. My Tat's stronger, but also takes less hits. Feeling the amount of defense, special defense, it looks about right. I mean, when the defenses are really lopsided, I'll split it. Stuff like Garunder and Adoraboros, and those are the two main ones. Are there some physical defense tank? I mean, I do max HP in my 2 Vine. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but it's something I've had success with. Being able to take Oshi's better and lava waves. It's mainly for like double lava wave and stuff that I do it. Kind of don't. Am I doing the same bans? I don't like Yalis either. Idrisil was my best swap in turn 1, so that makes sense. Why it got banned here. For sure. Thank you for the follow, Jungrar. And also Katos, I missed that, but thank you as well. Scared of the bird season on 2-wire? Did I run bird season in the other trade? I was indeed running bird season, and yes, good game. Good game. Yeah, Grandpa was really good against your team. I'm a little surprised you put the neurotoxins on the Tataru for that reason. I think if you put it on the Grandpa, it would have been really good. But also, I could have swapped, so it was kind of tough that way too. Zenrit doesn't get a whole lot of value here. I don't need the Prio on it. And yet, Nestla also doesn't get value. With any luck, I'll get the Hypnotist and swap Zenith in to get Madness buff and Zen Meditation off and just one-shot things with +5 special attack. That'll kind of be my goal. I kind of have to sack a bunch of HP on Grandpa here, just to survive the initial onslaught of Zyzer. Gonna swap back in on the turn though. That's fair. I didn't consider that initially, but that's probably right. Zyzer get infinite value without Nestla. I mean, I can just Tornado and Tornado Major Slash it next turn. Yikes. Pain. Nice rested. Take a bigger rest. That did like nothing. Let's go. I'm putting Bestial Charge instead of Cooperation on Tataru after this. The amount of times I wish I had that is too many. He actually did more with his Major Slash than I did to him because I have no bulk and he definitely has bulk. Sizer is much less of a problem now that it doesn't have rested. I still have to watch out for it though. 168 stam, that is for extra energy slam damage. It's mostly a meme, so don't run it. Can't recommend. I want to say this is a base speed scunch based off. No, yeah, base speed scunch based off the last time we fought. Which would mean I can Hypnosis the Tataru and then Major Slash the Scunch. Yeah. That is a very slow Scunch. Doesn't even do as much as Orpheal Nox Bomb? Nah, it doesn't, but, you know, we take what we can get. Tyrannac is now on the board, burning through its Intim turns. I'm gonna save Grandpa now for Calibus later. I am not going to attack the Tataru because I do not have Soft Touch, and we're just gonna chip down the Tyrannac a little bit. Good play, good play. Value Mom's Lunch. Smoldering Kiss. I like it, but also you don't get the Invigorized, so that's a bit painful. It's okay if he swaps out Calibus here. I'm trying to buy time for Intimidator to run out. I don't think I'm too worried about Calibus in an endgame. Zyzer and Tataru are in range of dying to Moala. Tataru will probably just die here. Okay, no, it doesn't, because First Aid Kit procced. The bulky Tataru. Swapping in Moala here because I want the hold off of Nito. Oh, Tataru almost lived that. Outgrowth is kind of annoying because it steals my stam, but other than that, it ain't too bad. Yeah, I lost half health on Roller, but that's okay. Nito should relatively easily knock out this Zyzer. Tyrannac goes down. Piercing wheel on the roller? Aw, if that was on the roller, that would have been great. Because then I would have been able to bring in Zenareth and then get a madness buff off. Ooh, it lived. Nice. I do have Tardy Rush up, but there's no point in staying in. I get more value clicking Zen Med on Zenareth here. Yeah, Hypnotist is a stupid trait. I see why you're saying to emote spam. I don't have a whole lot of fun emotes to spam. I got just the digital one I actually like. Oh, I should have just used Nito. I didn't. I guess I should have assumed it would have done like 80% of the Calibus. Okay, it still cleans it up. GG. Always play it safe when you get to an endgame like that, because I never know if I'm gonna have to get another move off. Like in that situation, I had already won, but potentially in other situations, you can still lose the game by getting greedy and going for a stronger move and OXing yourself. GG's though. And we're up to Diamond 3, Division 3. Just one more and we can start getting Legend wins again. Your team is cracked? It does appear that way. It's been a fun team. We also haven't faced any stall teams though. I'd be interested to see how a stall matchup would go. I have a couple anti-stall tools, but not too many. By anti-stall tools, I just mean like offensive scaling. But also I have sleep, and control against stall team is very valuable. I might take a very quick break here to just grab some water, because I've been streaming for a little while. But I am planning to continue and play more games. So after this encounter, if I don't find a match, I'm gonna go run and do that quick. Change cooperation and knit attack, thank you. I will do that first while I'm remembering. Bestial charge on instead of cooperation. It was a fun idea. It was a fun idea. Don't need to invest like so much attacks. We'll go like 242. We'll creep a bit. We'll put 243 just to speed creep Teakles. But this way, at least we'll do a little bit of damage. All right, that's a little bit better. Narco over Tink. I definitely could. Narco would give me more coverage, but I like the true damage that Tink offers, and also it applies double statuses. This is Triphytologist. It also doesn't hold me into needing the energy drink as my item. Aoi plus 168 stam tatter go hard into stall. Yeah, they do. So we'll try that. Maybe we'll get a matchup like that. I'm just gonna grab some water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. So I will be right back. Alright. Back already. And we will queue back up. See how it goes. Gotta keep the win streak going. See how far we can go. Anyone been up to anything fun lately? Any new games come out that I haven't heard anything about? Gotta catch up on some like Gym Leader Ed stuff. He usually covers a lot of monster battlers and what's coming in the future. I know a little while ago there was a new game. I want to say it's called like Lumen Tail. That could be wrong though. It was another monster battler. Looked vaguely interesting on Kickstarter. I didn't back it, but I'm interested to see where that one goes. I think the thing with that one is that it said they have no plans for PvP, and it's just gonna be a PvE story thing. Pal World is this month. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about Pal World. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that one, just because there's so many controversial elements to it. But I'll probably play it off stream and check it out and see if it's as bad as they make it look in the trailers. This match is gonna be rough. So I'm gonna ban Drakash because it's one of the Tems that can burn me turn one. I'm hoping I can sneak a kill with Tataru right away, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Gonna get at least a video review for Pal World. I could look into something like that. How's he breaking through Roller without side pad? I don't have a turn one Earth move on Roller, so it can't apply immediate pressure. He can definitely chip through eventually. And he's got Nesla too. And I've got Reactive Vial, so he just sacks like 2 Tems to kill Roller, and then all of a sudden my value goes way down. That's a little troll. It's not. It has a lot of success, honestly. Stoneball feels awful. I hate Stoneball on Roller. Yeah, it's double fire weakness is so bad here. I'm gonna pick the Zenith. I'm even really tempted to swap out Grandpa for Nice, no marbles. I'm really tempted to swap Grandpa for Zenith immediately. Just because I'm pretty sure he's gonna swap the Hazrat out. Heralded with Stoneball, your story playthrough, you just assumed it was slow. Actually, he could have seized your Arvile away and bladed it. That's true. He stayed in on the Hazrat. I am surprised. I'm very surprised. Just went for the double in. Fair enough. I live. Zenith wasn't getting a lot of value this game anyways, so already doing this much is good enough for me. It's contagious, so I don't have to worry. about killing it here. He can't ignore my Zenith either, otherwise I just take out his Nesla. He could swap out Nesla into like Tyrannac, and then deal some damage to Tatter with Hazrat. But then he still takes the Bestial Charge on something. You're playing the least ignorable Tatter in the history of Temtem. My one before used to be literal max stam, max attack, 0 speed invest. This one has a low speed invest. So not quite in the history of Temtem, but close. Only beaten out by my past my my own past. I'm sure somebody else has tried this similar Tatter build. Maybe throw the thing next to a P-Jabber. Could be fun that way. He'll swap out the Nesla into Tyrannac. If he takes out Zenith here, that's still huge value for me, though. Please take out Zenith. Please take out Zenith. Yes! He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know. 500, 500 with resistance badge can at least go toe-to-toe with Orpheal. Yeah, it probably can. I don't know the exact damage numbers, but I imagine it does. So Argon in chat, he can tell you about his 101 or 21 stem Tatter. Albion. Kind of have to swap in Moala here. It's not great, but do what we gotta do. About 4.6% more than Orpheal, equal to an Inky T-Strike. Yeah, that's insane. No attack T. I guess I wasn't paying attention to if my ability is going to proc or not on Moala. You might even just have Cyberclaw on his Albion. I assume he doesn't because he's got Telekinetic instead. I think Hypnotist procs at the end of the first turn, so I think Intimidator goes through. So this was a mistake on my part. I should not have brought in Moala yet. I needed to keep it, and yet I didn't have time to because he has Hedgen and Nesla in the back, and Nesla completely ruins me way more than I realized. Grandpa can't hit it. Ow, he barely can, and Tatter is almost dead. Okay. I should have swapped out Tatter there for that reason. Oh no, Nestle gets Camo. Because Camo procs before Hypnotist. I didn't think about that. This Nesla actually countered me way more than I gave it credit for. I should have banned the Nesla. I don't think I could have though. Yeah. My Moala would not have outsped. It's like a max speed Nesla. I don't have. I've got one water and half an earth on this team, so I just never stood a chance. I'm not designed to beat something like this. GG. Kind of curious where he's at in rank with that team. Like you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. I don't like insta-lose matches. I always say that. I don't have a problem with other people who want to play like that, but it's not me. Didn't demote yet, so that's good. Yeah, he's legend number 8. Congrats to him. Instant conceding sounds lame. Well, it's not like instant conceding. It's just like his team is very water weak. So if an opponent has like 2, even 3 waters, his chances of winning go way down. And with Oshiara so popular, and even Earths and stuff too. And you can't just let fires through either. A common meta team of like Oshiara, Tarak, maybe even Osakai. I guess Osakai he can kind of deal with his digis. I don't know. I know I've heard of him beating like heavy water teams before, so he's got the skill to pull the team off. And having and unlike Reizo, who ran 7 fires, and then Ukama, he's only got 5 or 6. He's got the Zalbian and the Nesla that aren't. Was there one other? I don't remember. But Zalbian offers a lot of flexibility to that team as well. Because like, he didn't have a mental, but he had telekinetic shrapnel on his Zalbian, which was able to hit me. And I didn't know that initially, so... that hurt a little bit as well. If I knew he had telekinetic, I would have swapped out my Tataru. I also would have maybe saved my Zenareth a little bit longer. Because Zenareth was really good against... Zenareth was really strong against the 2 things that he was weak against. But he covered for that type so well that I couldn't deal with it. But we're on to the next match. Alright. Kind of an interesting looking team. Looks like a... It's hard to tell if this is like a bruiser team or like a pseudo stall team. I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt that this is not an Eerie Koish, and if it's not, you all will see that it is an Eerie Koish and cannot make the same mistake. I don't think I have enough damage to break through Magma anyways, so we're going to take it down. Well, what swapping you're supposed to do, even if when you're attempting to get by a 4x move, swapping is probably the right play for him 1 out of 10 times. Yeah, because you just don't have that option to pivot. We're going to pick Grandpa. He doesn't have any electrics, and this just allows me to see what he's going to pick for his lead. I assume he wants to go double wind, Synergy Master, Debris Typhoon a slot. So he's still got Debris Typhoon, but he's going to use it with the Saku. I don't think I've ever wished so much before that this was a thick skin roller. Another Avid emoter. I mean, they have the mechanic in the game. Might as well use it. I think that I'm gonna end up losing Grandpa turn 2. I don't think I can bank my entire game on Ninja still carrying. And he's just got too much offensive wind capabilities with the Sakus and the Koish. I'm curious if he's got a lot of speed invest in the Sakus here. It'll be very interesting. Definitely need Aohi to either finish off the Sakus or even the Chim. Ninja Still would be nice for Volfi, but that's about it. So we're gonna go with Roller. Roller should be able to at least get some stuff done. Acronox is gonna be a problem for me though. If it's got speed invest, it can outspeed me and get Toxin Showers off. I guess we'll find out soon how much speed invest his Sakus have. Mimit has first aid kit. But his Saku does not have energy drink. I can still get some value with Windburst because of Bird Season. Not enough value, but we take what we can get, you know. But that does half, so another Windburst plus a Sea Spikes will take down the Saku. He doesn't have any great pivots for that. He can't swap in Acronox. He could swap in Volfi, but then the Debris Typhoon doesn't kill. It didn't even do half my health. We're gonna Hypno the Mimit. We're gonna Crystal Spikes and then Hypno the Mimit. He actually stayed in. Frond Whip. That's fair enough. I still don't know how fast these things are. They're probably not, but... I want to say that my Fiery Soul's not going to kill the Saku, and so I can get away with clicking Windburst again. But if my Fiery Soul did kill the Saku, the Windburst would redirect onto his Mimit, waking it up, and he'd get an attack off, which would be bad. But I want to double the slot just in case he swapped to Acronox. Volfi doesn't want to take a Windburst Fiery Soul. Koish doesn't particularly want to either. No Iridescence, so he is a very respectable human being. I don't know how fast the Koish is either, though. Or if I even need to be scared of it. He didn't pick Chim, so like, getting value on the Sakus with Aohi is about as much as I want to really risk. Yikes, I forgot about I forgot Ice Cube synergizes with Wind. So now Aohi's dead. Because like Debris Typhoon just on the, yeah. Even burned, I just never live that. Oh, his physical defense is trash. I really wish I could tornado right now. Because I don't think Windburst kills the Mimit. But we're gonna try. Is it risky? Yeah, but we're playing on the back foot here. He's got a lot of options left, and I don't. So opts in Volphy. Volphy does not want to eat this. Volphy does not want to eat this. And Mimit does want to eat that. I forgot about first aid kit. 100% should have attacked it there. You tornadoed it, I mean. I forgot about Narco. I forgot about Narco. Not bar Volphy. Interesting. Yeah. It's a high special attack invest. Volphy. Yeah. I wonder what the moveset he's got on this Saku is. If I just clicked Tornado on it, I would have been fine. But now that I didn't, I'm in a really tough position. Dang. That didn't do anything. It is a base speed Volphy though. Burglar Volphy. I think if I played against this team again, I would have a much better chance. Now that I know some of the tricks up his sleeve. But now he just brings in Quaish, Plagues, and Ice Cubes my roller, and I lose. So, good game. At this rate, I'm going to end up bringing it a lot closer than I was, but I don't think it's enough yet. Because I have Tardy Rush now. So I can Goring the Quaish to finish it off. Yeah, Sokka's too bulky. I can't. I cannot. Like, I could Tornado it. I don't think the Windburst would take out Volphy from here. It was pretty bulky. I don't remember, but we'll try, because why not? It's kind of my last chance anyways. Oh, right, I never got the turbo off, so I was too slow anyways. I did actually kill it with the wind burst. Kind of fun. Yeah, so this game was super close. I needed to be less reluctant to click Tornado. I think I need some more stam on my grandpa. But that sucks because stam is just so much investment. It's a bulky Acronox too. Heavy arm. I didn't even pay attention to that procking. Too many unknown factors. Way too many. That's a loss. GG. 55 stam grandpa win. We did that. We did that for Pajaro. Is that what you're referencing? Is that how much it takes to get to 81 stam? Oh, the tatter. Okay. Yeah, I did like to get to 61 stam on Pajaro when I ran that for my little cup week. It was an insane amount. So let me try this again. 14, 29, 36. So I have a 3-turn rotation with Grandpa. Honestly, I'm going to take some of the bulk out. We're just going to redo this entire spread. 232 speed is fine. Yeah. So let's see. If I did like a 4-turn rotation with 2 wind bursts, or no, let's do wind burst, hypno, turbo, and tornado. I would need 69 stamina. So now we have a little bit more damage. Enough stam for a good 4-turn rotation. A lot of good. 232 getting crept all day. That's... And we could also creep it all day, alright? You can add one... You can keep doing it. It's just, it never ends. You never know when somebody's going to be running something faster or not. I Kivkensky. Using the signature Showlant. It's kind of funny. I actually don't have a whole lot for Whiplump here. So I'm going to ban the Moala. Because my team is too weak to mentals. I pick Ninjasil on lead, and then we go from there. Another team I used to concede against is Stall. I don't think I'm that bad against Stall right now. I got super offensive Tataru, Toxic Ink Control Support Nidrasil, Zenmed Moala, a Psywave Auhi, and Madness Buff Zenarith. Oh, Kensky's team. Yeah, that may be. That may be. I want to pick Moala here, but I don't think that's really an option. Yeah, it's an option. Normally picking Moala on lead is just awful. I cannot recommend it. But here I just need its typing. I need to beat down this Turok. Because right now it's a big problem for me. The Whiplump also is, but I'd rather deal with the Whiplump than this Turok, I think. You know about how leafed that Turok's getting? Probably not. But he'll outspeed me because my Moala is 0 speed, unfortunately. So I can't KO it before it gets a move off. It can probably take like a double gash and a leaf anyways. A little surprised to see the roller ban. That kind of works out in my favor because the two ones I wanted most are Tataru and Zenarith. Probably Grandpa as well. Monotype's OP. Can't race Stone Ball. Is he clicking Stone Ball here? He always clicks Feather Galling on the Nid, doesn't he? Because 2 Plasmas kills Moala. If I get lucky, it doesn't. I am a relatively bulky Moala. I only have 500 HP and 100 special defense, though. So it's hard to say. If it's close turn 2, he probably just clicks Rockfall. You'd Stone Ball, because screw Moala. Picks Tord, I'd definitely go. Okay. I'm gonna go Aohi then. I guess he could swap. Could swap the Turok for Mashuk, and that would really screw up my lead. Bad. Let's see how much I take from the Plasma Beam. 1,000 attack invest kills 0 HP investor. Okay. Yes, we got this, guys. We got it. He could try and swap in Whiplump too, somewhere. I die. I die to the Plasma. That does no damage either. Interesting bait interaction. He did click Stone Ball. He did click Stone Ball. Ah, that's awesome. I guess most people don't look at Nid and think, oh, this thing's gonna use Slingshot Sharp Leaf on me. So that probably helps. Yeah, Nid did not want to take that damage, but options are limited. Because the Prism was just in case I swapped, I guess. I was never swapping, though. Not sure what Nid's doing here from that. Yeah, probably would be like a Side Spores play, normally. So it's relatively obvious that I want to swap in Zenarith here. So I'm going to. And hope that he doesn't, like, stay in with Obi. I'm hoping he swaps to get Welcomer value, but he could, like, Tesla Prison just to nerf the incoming Aohi. But I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a Whiplump swap in on the Obi slot. I just can't do anything about it because of Welcomer. He stayed in. What a maniac. Oh, Bush. I knew it was source rep too. I played too much target rep to even consider Bush as an option. I'm faster than his Shelllant though, so that's huge info. Maybe he Tesla prisons my Nid, just so I'm slower with Hypno. About as good as you could hope a Bush turn to go, yeah. When you accidentally make the right play, it's always the best. Well, Welcomer is still available. Alright guys, you know what time it is? Madness buff. That was a good play by him. He probably... I feel like he wants to click uppercut here or even heli kick. I could deluge the Mashuk because I'm more confident that I can take... I'm +3 special defense now. Problem is he could very easily Kesugatame, and then all of a sudden my speed just drops to irrelevancy, and that madness buff was pointless, so... Yeah. Wow. Damage, pain. Oh. Wait, he's faster now? Oh, I was -1 from the Tesla prison I swapped into. I didn't even think of that. I did not think of that. I also didn't think he was running Dim Mach. What's his moveset? This game is toast. Way too much evasion on a faster team. Yeah. I don't have the speed here. I'm playing a slow, bulky team, and he just had speed advantage the whole time. Two bushes off, Welcomer. And that was enough. I sacked so much tempo to kill the Turok But Turok wasn't even the biggest of my problems. It was Obi. Still like half. Okay, not quite half. But he has Inner Spirit up again. And I can't even kill the Obi this turn. So yeah, game's over. Good game. Man, we go from like 4-1 to 4-4, just like that. That's how these teams go. It's just like you get enough good matches in a row, you get a good start, and then all of a sudden it's just you get some goofy teams that you don't stand a chance against. Good game. Yeah, I wanted to get into Legend to let me promo again. You know, honestly, I think yesterday's team Roller performed better. This is not a Roller team. I've hardly procced Tardy Rush, and when I have, it's hasn't done a whole lot. It says this more or less has ended up being a Tataru team, which in its own right is fun, but it was not the goal, so I have failed. I have absolutely failed. And now we're playing Arctech. 6 Digi weaknesses, anyone? This destroyed some guy who's getting Irikoish. He had Irikoish. Nice. Always feels good to do that. I haven't run into any Irikoishes today. It's been nice. I'm just running into a few fishers. I don't use fishing as like a negative term. Ugh. And it's 5 Digi weeks, not 6. He's just gonna ban Ninja still and I got nothing. As soon as he bans Nid, I have nothing. Noxbomb only did. He banned the Roller. Probably because I banned the Nesla. Yeah, 39% with Orphil Noxbomb feels really bad. I'm not going to have an opportunity to get an attack off with Moala. Everything on his team hits it super effective. I'd rather have Auhi for the prio and potential sleep control. You're in goal, you run into a few, they might not be aware it's bugged. I think most people do at this point, but you're right, not everyone. Potentially not everyone. I don't think fishing is their intention, but they are fishing just by playing the team that they enjoy. Winning does feel good. No, he actually used Plasma Beam. Now I'm not going to have enough damage to KO Monko at all. Monko's got higher physical defense than special defense. Man, the one time I actually want him to have microwaves. And then Hellfire plus Soul Shot. I'm just going to forfeit. I don't win this. If I was able to take out the Monko, I would have kept trying. But the burn saved him. Like, I can click Bastille, but it just doesn't matter. It's just Hellfire, and then they do normally run. But you sack Fire Tornado. At least that's what I always see. Yeah. In this situation, it would have been much better to have. Would have been much better to have a bulky Tataru. I think I could have pulled through with a bulky Tataru. Good game. I I just don't have the waters. You know, if you stack waters on your team, you'll beat both these Digi teams and the fire teams. So maybe the way to go is to have multiple waters. Good thing toxics aren't OP and you don't have to worry about running into quad toxic teams, right? Man, you got demoted. That sucks. We were on such a good streak and then we just faced this and there's literally nothing I can do about it. Like you saw the team earlier, it performs well. But I can't win those matchups. And it's infuriating. Maybe the next monotype team I do is water. I can't win? No, you can't win. I mean, I was winning earlier. It's just it's frustrating. I mean, like most of these guys are just playing for fun. Like they already have their legend rewards. It is a little bit frustrating. It's like I don't care all that much about the legend rewards, and yet it's just like it's still cosmetics that you can never get again. And for a game that I play all the time, it would be nice to get them. But it feels like the only way to get them is to try really, really hard, or play a million games, which isn't something I can do either of, because I don't have unlimited time anymore. Working a full-time job, it's pretty limited, and I will not enjoy if I have to play a meta team. It's just not fun. I like much more creative teams. Like this team has been fun. It's just losing to stuff like that feels bad. Lilas, hello. We're doing pretty well. We were on a good win streak earlier, and now we're just on a rough lose streak. But yeah, things are going well. Appreciate the luck. I'm still hoping to get this roller. Still only 20-ish legends. TMR's on the lower end. Yeah, I mean that doesn't help either. This whole and they never put any word out on changing the TMR inflation, right? It's not even like yeah. So the current legends I don't even think are great examples of who should be at the top are, because it still definitely benefits who can play more games. Not to say that people who got up there are bad. But even when I have teams with higher win rates, I just can't go up in rank as much. Just because I can't play the sheer amount of games required to go up in rank. Raw responded to your message just to push back on it again. Ugh, tough. Super lucky with Rolder and hit the Luma full odds and Dojo Park. Really? Oh, that's awesome. I haven't done a Dojo Park in forever. So good luck. Have fun, someone, if you're still around. He's just been dismissive on feedback. Yeah, that seems to be the case. I forgot to ban the mental guys. I banned the Golzy instead because I got scared that Xenareth was banned, but I would much rather dealt with Golzy than Barnshee. And now I have to pay the price. This must be a pedal dagger Saku, since he picked it up so fast. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. It's not the truth though. There's no perfect measure for who who's the best player, I think Worlds was probably the best indicator, so we can more or less undisputedly say Argon's the best player in the game. But beyond that, we don't have a lot of good measurement for who's actually good or bad. Because ladder ladder is not a good measurement of it, but that doesn't mean that the players who are up there are bad. It's just not a good measurement of skill. Because it favors people who can play more games rather than higher win rates or anything. Yeah, I did not pay attention to how bad Barnshee just ruins my team. Like Golzy I could have beat down with Nidrasil. I could even like evenly trade with it with Rolder or Tataru. But now I just have nothing. I can't even like threaten Moala to put it to sleep. Kill 2 Barnshees with DC Beam. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the trade-off of playing Barnshee. You got a 4x weakness that's one of the more common types in the game. Marbles value. We kind of got to risk everything here. We have to save the Nestla. The entire game we have to play around Nestla and Barnshee as the matchup. So I'm assuming he's going to Petal Dagger the Nestla and then swap in Nidrasil. So I'm double swapping to my own Nidrasil to eat the Petal Dagger and the Auhi. Okay. Yep, that was exactly how I wanted it to play out. Also, certain types of teams that work really well against newer players that do not work at all against top players. That's also true, but how many newer players do you run into on your way up to Legend? Still can't beat Shween Tataru. I also struggle against Shween Tataru sometimes if they have other common OP leads. I just tried to sleep the Saku Slough with energy drink because I knew it was swapping for Hazrat. He might even side spores it. No. Offensive spores. So far I've gotten every single read right, but I'm still playing on the back foot. That's how bad Barnshee counters my team. Just less prepared for certain teams. Certain group of players have far better mechanics and understanding. Next level below. Digi-team smash your lower ranked players but gets clapped by people that know what they're doing. Yeah. That's usually the case. Is a 500 HP, 400 special defense Nidrasil or something. No, it's, either way, it's 0 attack, that much I know. Now I'm predicting that the Garyo is going to come in to eat the Fiery Soul, and then I'm going to hit it with a Slingshot Sharp Leaf. Oh, it's Kaleidoscope. Oh well, a little bit of extra chip damage in case the Sharp Leaf doesn't KO. Yeah, it's just too bulky. No, the Garyo's not max bulk. I don't have enough attack on the Nidrasil. I always see Tyrannax Sharp Leafs do a lot to Gyarados, but they're probably attack invested. I'm hoping I don't get Cold Geysered on Rolder here, and he just takes out the Auhi. Maybe he'll Rockfall. Ah, dang. That was a good prediction. Kinda wish I could Fiery Soul to kill the Garyo, but I don't think Fiery Soul Rockfall kills the thing, honestly. Yeah. Yes, Psywave Rockfall barely does. And here's where I lose. I have no possible way to take out his Hazrat. Or Barnshee. Honestly, this is about as good as that turn could have gone. Tataru lives, it probably gets one more hit off. I mean, Boomerang also just outspeeds and kills Tataru here. I'm 190. Sokka with Prio is 192. He just sacks the Nid. I could have clicked something like Bestial Charge, but that wouldn't have given me enough space. He goes for Narco, doesn't risk it. Fair enough. I needed to go for Major Slash and Nox Bomb on the Saku there to even stand a chance. But even then, I just this stupid Hazrat and Barnshee both just ruined me. This is just something where I don't have enough experience with this exact team to know counters well enough. That was the first Barnshee I faced all day, and I didn't realize how bad the situation was until it was too late. I think it might have been the first Hazrat as well. That was 10 games, which is usually where I hit it. We'll do at least one bonus game though. Maybe two. Maybe we'll end off on 12 today. I'd like to get one more win. But, you know, we're not getting so lucky. Roller just doesn't get to do enough. And the rest of the team is just kind of it's just not performing. I don't know. It's so weird how well the team felt awesome the first couple matches of the day. And now it's just been bad, 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 bad. It's just awful. Ban the mental. Okay, step one complete. We got this. Yes, a full stam does more damage than a Major Slash. Does it now? I guess maybe it does after Major Slash got nerfed. It didn't used to. It's just slightly less, I think. Mine I don't quite have max stam either. But yeah, every time where I normally would pick Rolder, I've just been picking Tataru because Tataru has less weaknesses. So actually putting on this Tataru has been less valuable for me than anything else. Looks like a meta team from 8 months ago. It does actually. Except there's a Volphy on it. I don't think Volphy was popular back then. It was like the patch before they reworked Sludge Gifts. He's baiting me into pick. He wanted to bait me into picking Nidrasil, but Nidrasil's relatively bad into 3 wins. So I didn't really want to. $192 versus 198. Okay, yeah, it's super close though. He actually banned the Nidrasil. Why? I didn't want Nidrasil this game, so that's awesome. I'll take it. Major Slash didn't get nerfed for some reason. I mean, they nerfed Jote and they removed Stoneball from Tataru, so the 2 biggest abusers got hit in other ways. I think is an okay way to deal with it. Yeah, you said the same thing. Jack of all trades. That's what Jote is. The Velash trait. Which I still didn't like. Like I was running it yesterday, but it was I don't know. It didn't do enough. +1 attack is kind of weak when you're comparing it to something like Hook, which gives +2. I mean, Crystal Spikes is a stronger option. But are you really trying to deal damage with your setup move? Not normally. Trying to see if I can take out Ukama. I was hoping just to buy some time for... I want to take out Ukama to free up Rolder a little bit. He could swap in Golzy, but then I just bring in Zenareth next turn. Yeah, he just lets the Ukama die in trade for a little bit of chip on Grandpa, which is fair. Doesn't have 105 in offense base like Oshiara. Yeah, I'm a little surprised they rebuffed Scavenger. I'm not. I really don't think it needed it. He actually sent in the Turok here. Was not expecting that. We're gonna swap in Rolder and we're gonna put the Turok to sleep. Wolfie's low on stamina, so even if it uses Dust Vortex and Plague, I should have enough free space to work with on Rolder to get something else going. Oh, why would you Plague the Zenarith? You're not running Dust Vortex or something? That seems crazy. Don't have much to deal with it. I guess that's true. I'm not watching my types very well with this team, so I suppose I deserve to lose at this point. Jinx Whisper. Ah, dang. Rolder honestly doesn't mind sleeping. Not too much, at least. The Wolfie is faster than me, too, so this thing's got like 400 speed invest, at least. You should look at my turbo hypno options on Grandpa. I mean, I'm trying to turbo, but or I'm trying to hypno, but turbo is just so hard to find time to click. Even a lot of these times don't actually get a boost from turbo, even if I click the thing. Enter, hello, welcome. Yes, I did pick up a face cam. And a few. I mean, I'm sure there have. I don't doubt that at all. Gonna Earthbreaker the goals. He's swapping Zenareth, gets knockback off hold, and then use it on the Turok. Why not turbo there for tardy value this turn? Because I need to kill this Turok. I have Bird Season, so the tornado doesn't feel all that bad to click. And I'm already outspeeding max speed Golzy with tardy, so I wasn't afraid. Just an unlucky pick and ban this game, not so sure, but the minnow ban is probably not a prio into your team. I just let a mental through last game and realized the pain afterwards. I mean, Zenareth probably dies to double gash. I need to hope that the Turok uses Turbine on Rolder. I guess if he doubles Zenareth, that's okay too, because then Rolder gets another turn. I did nothing. Knockback Zeno. I like knockback Zeno. I think it's good. It'll probably finish off this Turok. If not, it'll put it in range to die from like anything else. Ah, 1 health left. Maybe Stone Ball. Okay, so he's still OXs to death. I don't have Stone Ball on my roller. I don't have Stone Ball on my roller. Alright, I'm sleeping the Volphy so it can't get the Dust Vortex off on me. I'm hoping I can live the Crystal Bite and the Sharp Stabs, and then kill the Gyalis with Windburst, Tornado, Fiery Soul. I cannot live the Sharp Stabs. It's a War Drum Gyalis. And he's faster than me. But I do no damage, I guess. Why do you put so much... I don't understand. That's insane. How does he have that much bulk, speed, and damage on his Gyalis? I know Aohi's defense isn't high. But I think it can take more than a neutral Gyalis hit. That's got to be max attack right there. You don't have damage. I have some damage. I've got like almost 300 invests. Yeah. Not to. I just don't expect most Gyalises to be that fast. That Gyalis has at least 250 speed invests. Ah, yes, clap for me. I did not know you had a speedy Gyalis. I did not know you had a speedy Volphy with Jinx Whisper. I did not play that game right, though. GG. Would have dealt a lot if S-Soul went off. Yeah. Alright, we'll play one more. Yeah. This team did not go nearly as well as I had hoped. Another rematch against Kivkensky. Can I do something different? He's got 5 digi weaknesses on his team. Like, if Kivkensky goes up against Arctech, he instantly loses. I don't know how you can play that way. Yeah, I forgot that, and I've recently learned that the Turok is just cracked into my team as well. I only have 2 Earth weaknesses, so it's so sad. He knows I have Sharp Leaf, and other things no. New goofy team to click buttons and win 3 and 10. I mean, I don't mind losing as much. Just I'm glad to play. I'm just trying to get my legend rewards. That's all I want, and then I don't care how much I lose. But TMR is so. You just have to play so many games with a team that either just has a slightly positive win rate, but like I'm 4 and 7 right now. That's not enough. I'm demoting today rather than going up. I let the double mental deluge through this time. It'll at least be a different game. Last time was tough. Stock his profile, only queue when he's in a game. I mean, that's an option. I don't want to have to do that though. There's not even, I can't even like think of a whole lot of things that would counter his team. Because Monko's so bulky, it can live a Cold Geyser from like a max attack Gario or Piranha into a zero invest. It's absolutely nuts. Giving up on Legendless Season is the hardest season by far and don't have it in me. Yeah, I really just got to get out of the mindset of trying and just play games. Because it doesn't really matter. And yet having a goal and being unable to achieve it also feels bad. So it's just like I would have to play this game aimlessly. I mean, sure, just play for fun. And the game can be fun. I'm playing Roller and it's I'm just not able to get a lot of value out of it. I haven't found the team to do it. DGs to be relevant in high elo? I mean, I feel like they are. That's why I'm frustrated. How many NPCs that go down the tier list to click green circles all game? Hit legend in 2 hours if you do that? Probably would. I know there's a lot of people that do that. Telekinetic. I also realized I don't have any electrics on this team. So I don't even have a way to... Oh my goodness. I don't even have a way to use Electric Earthbreaker, which is bad. I should have at least one, maybe two. I have Nessa. Oh, you're right. I do have Nessa. Nessa just gets banned like every time because its typings are so crucial. Garavolt's too low tempo for what I want this team to do. Roller doesn't do a whole lot this game. It's just not being able to kill Turok here is really lame. I can't even just keep Roller in for an extra turn or two because I just get Zen Med hit with something super effective. Three hours in. Yeah, I mean, I've got the time today, so I wanted to do some more games. Defense is lowered too. Is this the last game? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty tilted. We had a rough day today. And I know that my tilt's going onto the stream. We started off so well, and then counterplay options stopped existing. Seems like you shouldn't queue if your last legend wins then. Ah, rip. Because of the Zen Med, my Aohi will die to the water cannon from Whip Lump, otherwise I would have survived. But we might as well try anyways, right? Hope it's not a max speed Whip Lump, which there's no reason for it not to be. Ooh, Tornado. He predicted me to swap into like Nidrasil. Nah. My Aohi... It's already game. Oh, he's got speed on his Moala. Who run speed on their Moala anymore? Like, you just run it full bulk. He has at least 200 speed invest on his Moala. So many people run these crazy spreads that you just would never work in a best of 3. It always amazes me. Take a deep breath. I'm just gonna call it after this game. I'm just fried. Losing 8 in a row feels awful. GG. It's just been a tough day. And this Tilted best thing to do is queue up for game of lol. Yeah, are the in-game tourney best of 3? The finals used to be, but not anymore. There's nothing best of 3. The TemCS is best of 3, but now that the TemCS is over, and nobody's even trying to create good teams for the TemCS anymore. Everyone's just kind of like, all right, what kind of stuff can I run? So it's not, there's not a whole lot of people using meta teams unless somebody's really trying to push to legend. So it's a lot of people getting more creative than usual, but with that comes strategies that are just really unconventional. And if you don't have to take into account what could potentially be good in TemCS, you get to consider, there's less factors to consider, and so you just go completely crazy. I'm still, my mindset is still in like tournaments, where it's just like, I want to make a team that would be viable in most any situation, and can have a chance in a best of 3. It's most like playing against me sometimes. Oh, I know, but like you're right there. But my team's always take into consideration like what could work in a best of 3. I feel like some of these things just wouldn't. But I could be wrong. I mean, if you're sacking bulk on Moala, I almost wonder if he had damage on his Moala as well. It's hard to say. But if you're sacking bulk for both speed and damage on a Moala, all of a sudden you actually die to a whole bunch of stuff. And then you never get Hypnotist or Zen Med to proc, and all of a sudden, well, congrats, you have a dead slot. But finding that out is tough. A Strangle user is kind of creepy, yeah. What other kind of stuff do we face today? I don't know. There's no point in pointing it out. It's not like the players are doing anything wrong. Bring back the roller meta. I honestly really enjoyed the roller meta. It's not even that I want the roller meta back. It's that I want to be able to have more tools on Tems. Because, like, I don't know. It feels like you're holding to so few options on Tems. I even tried running Sharp Leaf and Hypnosis on Nidrasil today, and as fun as it was and interesting, neither really came into play much. Blame Koish. Felt okay without Koish. I don't think I would have enjoyed this patch for very long, even if Koish was working, honestly. Because one, DDQUH would be raised to top tiers. DDQUH should lose Cyberclaw if nothing else, in my opinion. Then there's also the fact that we're instead of going into a more creative state where you can run if you need a certain type combination, but you also need like certain tools available, whether it's like control tools or like high damage, high hold options, or even a coverage option. You just don't have those. They've removed so many. Is there an exact time that the patch will drop? We don't know how long the patch is going to be, but it's going to be. You can see up here, 21 days, 9 hours. I think some of the longer patches go upwards of like 6 hours. But yeah, we're stuck in here for another 3 weeks. It's not the worst thing because that means I still have 3 weeks to try and get legends. I'll probably come back tomorrow. Well, I'll come back the next time I stream, and I will plan to probably just have a modification of the team I ran yesterday, because that one had a lot of success. I got to pull off some combos with Rolder. It felt good. I'll switch out the things that weren't good and then try and change stuff around, and hopefully it works. If not, we'll see if I'm just super frustrated again, and then I might just do an example on like what a top tier team looks like for a day or two and just meta spam my way up the ladder until I get the stupid rewards. Because I mean, doing those streams isn't the worst thing, because there are a lot of players that are now playing stuff like Argon's world winning team and are like, okay, well, how exactly do I play this team? And so I was debating on doing something like that earlier. Usually like I want to, or towards the beginning of a season, I'll try and craft a couple teams that are beginner friendly so that I can add the codes into my videos and allow people to try those out. But that's not, you know, I did that, but then we got like the mid-season patches and stuff changed, so they're not as viable anymore. I think the most recent one has like Platimus and Volphy in it. Rage team, meta mag. Hey, you guys will know what I'm running, probably. Yeah, I'll put Cage on my Mashuk. Ooh. Yeah. We'll round up to 233. That's another like 66 encounters today. So next time I stream, I'll probably finish off the radar at this rate. Time you decide to Q bump into Tico steals your elo. Funny. One of the ideas I had and then never went through with, because I had bulky Pigro, I never did hyper Pigro, which was just a hyper aggro team I made with Pig in it. I've still got the code. For fun, I'll show it off. Gotta find it real quick. Because the whole idea was for Pig to have enough speed to outspeed everything. I forget what the speed was exactly calced for. And just have a whole bunch of high damage options. Because I actually used Air Specialist Barn Sheets because it was one of the best wind nukers. And then just deal damage as much damage as possible, but you can't like one or even two shot stuff. You just really can't. So I would probably win some games here and there, but I ended up scrapping it, so probably not gonna actually play it at any point. Because like I don't know. It feels like you either have problems against stall teams, hyper aggro teams, or everything else. It's like it feels like we're back in like the rock paper scissors meta, which I would say was like the metas before and after the roller meta, but not probably before like before Sludge Gift Volphy, where you just have like hyper aggro beats stall, stall beats or bulky aggro beats hyper aggro, so whatever. Don't want to deal with it. Just play stall. I tried playing stall, but unless I play meta stall, which really isn't any better, you still lose. I've tried playing multiple, like, more interesting variations of stall and just didn't have success. End up clearing more rollers than I thought. Could end up doing this all day and just chatting, but I should really go get some other stuff done. Melee. You do hear stall. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to win games, but I want to have fun, and I want to continue with Roller. I want to find a team comp where Roller can shine. I want to, and I want to get the stupid Luma Roller too. I don't know why it's not showing up. Because it's like I've tried bulky partners for Roller. I've tried faster partners for Roller. I've tried control partners for Roller. There's no guessing games with speed. Yeah, I mean, and that's probably one of the bigger things. Well, not only do you not have guessing games with speed, but it's one of the only archetypes that has all the tools it could want to still deal with and counter your opponents. Stall team, including Roller. No, no, I don't want to go stall Roller. I want Tardy Rush Roller because as soon as Tardy Rush procs and then you have Earthbreaker, all of a sudden entertainment value goes whoop. We just didn't get that like at all today. We got one Tardy Rush proc into one-shotting a Golzy. That was something. But I didn't have enough synergies for like fun. Is that why wouldn't you use Tardy Rush and stall though? I mean, if you're not investing speed TVs with Tardy Rush now, you're not actually reaching all that great of a break point. I think base Roller's like 132. I guess you outspeed 232s, but try the Quetzal and Bullet users. I tried it with Quetzal users. I tried Raiken. I theorized Kapire. I guess I could have even gone physical Auhi today. I still like special more though. Physical Auhi just feels bad. I haven't done bullet users though. I was considering like Ragnit or even Water Koish or Electric Koish. I was thinking Synergy Master Electric Koish next to Cernif and Rolder and having that be the core. Because that kind of it's kind of a combination of yesterday's team but fixing some of the issues it had. So you might see that in the next stream. That's kind of where I would start building the team out from. Maybe I'd throw Mooflank in there as well. Could even try Physical Inky since it's been so long since I've tried that. Take off sounds good. I'm ending it real soon, so you're not missing anything. Have a good one. In fact, we're just gonna end now. Just thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry for getting tilted. I try and keep my anger in check, but sometimes it's a bit tough when you play in so many matches and you have such a rough loss streak. There was a Luma Roller. Was there honestly? Was there actually? Or are you joking? Kappa, is that supposed to be a joke? I don't know all the emotes all that well. I don't think I let one spawn. All right. Yeah. So that's all I got today. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.